katika sehemu hii ya Malindi.
Kwingineko ni kwamba mhubiri, mtengenezaji filamu na mwandishi kutoka Marekani TD Jakes pamoja na mjasiriamali Steve Masiwa wamewasili nchini kushiriki katika kongamano la biashara barani Afrika. Hebu sasa tuwasikilize.
Our view has always been, how do we, as a team, as a business, KCB, change lives, transform the way the continent works and operates today, and being in the forefront of having those conversations. So this is, I would say, a beginning of a movement that is important for us to have, and bringing in different kind of leaders, you know, whether it's from a private sector, especially our Africa private sector. For a long time, we're always thinking outside our own continent, saying, and we're very good in terms of blaming. But until leadership takes forefront or be in the center of making that change, really nothing will shape and change. And we're in a very defining moment for us. So if you think about our demography, the age, the dynamism of diversity for our own continent, nowhere in the world do you get average age of 20 or 21, except this part of the world. New ideas. And I'm a strong believer, as I said before, that solutions for our problems today, the world's problems, will come from the younger minds. And those younger minds happen to live mostly in this continent today and even in the next few 20, 30 years. So if there's a way we can be able to have that conversation and shape, you know, how do I lead? And this is what we like on a continent point of view. What is it that the values I want to put in place? And how do I collaborate more and more than just, not just your own business? And, you know, for a long time, we've spoken about business with a purpose beyond just looking at one level of stakeholders in our business. And we've been in the forefront. We work very closely with the Young Africa Leaders Initiative for many years, which is trying to build really strong leaders. And Yali is an epicenter of bringing young leaders across many parts of Africa. So we support the East Africa Center for a long time, where I sit currently as the chair of the board. And for the last 9, 10 years, probably 9, 8 years, we've been very much strongly involved in that initiative. And the area for that is also to see how do we bring in our young entrepreneurs into an ecosystem of driving businesses, being able to deal with the gaps that they have, whether it's a capital gap that they have, and sometimes the mentorship and leadership. And most of you know that we progress successfully until even investment. And you have seen what we do with the Lions Den, for instance, in terms of providing not just skills, not capacity, but also resources and applying them to markets. So that area, we see less and less collaboration. You know, we speak a little bit much more about the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, but you don't see as much progress and traction.
Excited to be here. It's good to be back in Kenya. It's been a long time. We think about 14 years since I've been here. You've changed a lot over the years, and it has always been my heart and my intent to add to the vision of this country. I love this country. I love this people, and so it's really, really a wonderful thing to be back. And particularly as the CEO of TD Jakes Enterprises, though most of you probably know me as the pastor of the Potter's House, the reality is the enterprise has existed longer than the Potter's House. So I was the CEO of TD Jakes Enterprises long before I was the pastor of the Potter's House, and understanding the importance of business was the atmosphere in which I grew up, and particularly startup business in particular, and how to do that, how to survive that, and what is needed as a collaborative effort to bring together the kinds of partnerships around intersectionality whereby we have common goals so that we can enhance our lifestyles in every way beyond spirituality, into our families, our lives, and our future. And to that end, I am here and delighted to be invited to participate in an ongoing conversation. Coincidentally, I authored a book called SOAR, which centers around entrepreneurship, and much at the behest of my publishers who wanted me to do something on spirituality, but I knew that we are suffering not from the lack of spirituality, we are suffering in very practical ways, and consequently that book topped the charts of New York Times for about 18 weeks, because this is a conversation globally that we need to have. And to understand our roles individually and understand our roles collectively is the conduit through which we can build the kinds of businesses that in many, many ways, to me, is a ministry also. When you can take care of your children, when you can secure a future, when you can send your children to college, when you can grow your business, it changes the topography of the whole society. And it is to that end that I'm committed to be here. I'm glad to be here. I want to thank my hosts for inviting me to participate on this prestigious forum. And I look forward to having a meaningful, substantive conversation with you along the lines of how you can grow Kenya